Okay, so my informative speech topic is stress and coping with stress, and the consequences, causes, and coping methods of stress. So stress is the process of appraising events and assessing your potential to cope with the event. So basically you look at something and say, will it be harmful, threatening, or challenging to my life? So there's two origins of stress, the primary appraisal and secondary appraisal. Your primary appraisal is when you first look at the event, which is an individual's assessment of the event and whether it's positive, negative, or neutral. So the question you ask here is, how will the situation affect my life? So basically the positive, negative, and neutral side is, will it be good, bad, or indifferent effect on your life? The secondary appraisal is when you take a deeper look into the stressful situation and look at your coping abilities and resources available to cope with the stress. So you ask here, can I handle it? The emotional impact the situation will have. So some stress-producing events would be ambiguous situations, which are like unclear, vague, or confusing situations. Uncontrollable or unpredictable events, and sudden or rushed events. So, for example, in the show Full House, Uncle Jesse on his wedding day went skydiving without telling anybody, and then Aunt Becky got really mad because she didn't know where he was. So that's an example. So there's three main consequences of stress: direct physiological effects, harmful behaviors, and indirect health behaviors. So direct physiological effects directly affect your body and its functions. So this would be like hypertension, which is high blood pressure, and increased hormone release or decreased immune system. Now the second one, harmful behaviors, are behaviors that will affect your health. So you have an increase in alcohol and drug use whenever you are stressed, and decreased nutrition and sleep. So the decreased nutrition will be like eating disorders, which an example would be like anorexia nervosa, which is where you refuse to eat, and then bulimia is where you eat and then force yourself to vomit afterwards, so you're not getting any nutrition. And then the third consequence would be indirect health-related behaviors, which is where you make up excuses to not go to the doctor, or you don't comply with medical advice from the doctor. So you don't want to listen to them, which will affect your health. So some long-term stress effects. Deterioration of body tissues, which would be like stomach ulcers and things like that, are caused by stress. An increased susceptibility to diseases or illnesses, which is because of your decreased immune system. And then even death. So some contemporary struggles, which are modern struggles, would be like eating disorders and psychosomatic disorders, which is the mixture of emotional, physiological, and physical interactions of stress. So stress across the lifespan. So from birth to kindergarten, you're always making the grade. You're trying to get approval from others. And then childhood, you have no play, you're focused on everything else. And adolescence, which would be like sleep deprivation because you're always going out with your friends, you don't get any sleep. And then adulthood would be like Harper right here. You having kids and that kind of stuff. But she's in the birth to kindergarten phase, so she's trying to get approval by playing with her aunt's phone because she wants to be like her aunt. And then you're always trying to make career choices and things like that during your adulthood. So coping approaches. You have problem-focused coping, which would be practical ways to attack the problem itself, or attacking the stressor directly. You have emotion-focused coping, which are managing the emotions that accompany the stress. Social support coping would be like finding support through your friends and family. And then defensive coping are unconscious strategies that distort or deny the truth, so kind of like you have a dream about the situation and it's not really true. And then you have unconscious strategies, which are a defense mechanism, and it reduces your anxiety, which is kind of like the dream thing. And then emotional insulation is where you're like protection from the unwanted emotion, so you kind of have the I don't care attitude that goes along with it. There's also two other positive methods, which are hardiness and resilience. And hardiness is personality characteristics associated with the low stress-related illness. So you're always happy all the time, kind of. You put a smile on and go on. And then resilience literally means the ability to return to your original shape after compressive stress. So you're able to return to yourself after a stressful situation. So some important things to remember out of this are: don't let the stressful situation control you. Take control of your stress. And make sure you maintain a healthy lifestyle and enjoy the time you have here on Earth.